Okay everybody, and here we are with, this is going to be a very quick tutorial on how to apply materials and renderize our faucet. So everybody has our faucet ready, and hopefully that's where we're going to get. So let me show you again. Here is our final work. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to do this and come up with all the materials for this faucet. Now as you can see, I changed a little bit the one that it was on last tutorial. It was on purpose so you know that you have to change your own. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. And basically everybody has their faucet ready. Okay, and just give me a second. I'm gonna put this back where it was so I can explain everything again. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is gonna apply some light to this. Lighting is a very important feature in any renderized project. So on the top view, I am going to click on Spotlight. Okay, you can use this one over here, create Spotlight. I'm going to create a pretty big spotlight so I can see in front and in the back of my faucet. And on the front view, I'm going to make it like this, and I'm going to put it above. That way I can see a light, a directional light on top of my faucet. If I want to see how it looks like, I go to renderize and I can see that there are some shadows across that can after I put the light. Okay, you can also use other types of lighting. So if you leave create spotlight pressed, then you are going to get a bouncing light. This one is very handy when you want a certain part of the surface to be highlighted or lighted. So in this case, select the surface or pulley surface for bouncing the light. Here I am in this point. Okay, so on the command panel, I am going to select the surfaces. I'm going to select this, and I'm going to ask for the light to be probably here on top. Okay, and then I can get the light to reflect that point. Okay, as you can see, there's a bouncing light that applies on the faucet, and the other one that I did before was deleted. What I should do is that if I want to put more lights than the bouncing light, then I should create it again. So I'm on the top view, I'm going to create my light again, just because I think that it needs more than the bouncing light. Okay, sometimes this is needed for you to get a very nice view of our lights. Okay, very well. Now we have our light settled. You can play with lights. Lighting is very important in any design because that's how it's going to look, and the shadows are going to be displayed. Okay, now we are going to go to render, current render, Flamingo ray trace. Make sure it's ray trace because photometric is another type of rendering. So go to Flamingo ray trace, then go to Flamingo tab, and on the Flamingo tab go to materials. First we're going to apply some materials to our faucet. Okay, since my faucet is made of only one material, everything is going to be silver, metal, or stainless steel, I am going to just put it all on one layer. That means that I need to go first to ghosted, okay, because I want to see my design, and I'm going to select everything that I want to be on one layer. Now I'm going to go to layer 1, right click, change object layer, and it should look like this. Okay, so this is the layer. Layers are used to differentiate the different materials that we're going to apply. Okay, now on the material panel from Flamingo, I am going to select car paint. Okay, from the left display. Okay, here I am on car paint, and then I'm going to go to silver metallic, and I'm going to choose silver metallic. Then after, I am going to right click on this. Okay, and there are three options: clear, replace, and assign to selected objects. Okay, I have to assign the selected objects first, so I'm going to right click on the layer. Here I am, right click on the layer, select objects. Everything that is on the red layer is going to be selected, and now I can apply the material back again, so I can assign to selected objects. And you won't see the difference until you pass from ghosted view to rendered. Okay, so here the materials are placed. Okay, you can't see the ground plane, you can't see the background image and the lighting until you renderize completely. Okay, now we have the materials for the faucet, we have the lights, and now we need some ground plane and some environment. So on the materials, you go to the environment tab, okay, and on the environment tab you're going to double click on ground plane, and we're going to choose any material. In our case, I am going to use a personalized material that is going to be marble. Okay, so prior to this, I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to select, copy, and save a picture of marble, because that's the ground plane that I'm going to use. So I'm going to save that file to my hard drive, and then I am going to create a new material. How? You're going to press the plus sign. Okay, after you press the plus sign, you're going to name it. Okay, right click, rename, and just give it the name that you like. Okay, since I've done this already, I'm going to right click on marble and go to edit, and where it says maps, I'm going to choose what is the picture that I want for my new material. Okay, in this case I chose this gray beige marble. Okay, I'll go back to main, and this is the reflecting scale. Okay, you can make it look very transparent or like mirror. What I do is that I put it on 0 and then I hit the metallic checkbox to see how it looks, and you can always change this. I mean, there are infinite options for you to do your materials. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it like this, so I think it looks better that way. Okay, it says replace it. I click yes, then I apply everything to my design. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That was a very fast tutorial. Now what we need is to see how it looks. Now after you renderize, after you hit this blue sphere that you see on this part, you want to get a very nice view of your design. Okay, so I'm gonna put a nice view over here, and I'm gonna click on, now I can click on the blue sphere. Now we're gonna wait for it to renderize, and there you go. Now you can see the shadows, you can see that there's some light hitting from a corner, and there's another light on top that actually helps everything around. Okay, so after you have your design this big, because I want it to be this big, I'm gonna go to File, then Save As, and you can name it as whatever you want, including your name and include your grade level, okay, and group. So you can write your name, first name, last name, Faucet, 10.4, 10.3, whatever group you're in. So that's pretty much it for this tutorial. You are going to have time to play with this because it's never going to be perfect. You can always make it better. Okay, you can always make it more real. That's the idea of 3D designing. Okay, so good luck and see you on next tutorial.